it's very late, and thanks to everybody for waiting and having patience. And this is last presentation, maybe out of from this panel. Uh, I'm Amol from India Smart Grid Forum. We are a public-private partnership initiative of Ministry of Power. We incubated in 2012, and now we are big. These are our members. We have representation across value chain of power system, from public-private utilities, from regulators, and from ministries, and members from academia like IITs and IIMs also. Basically, our role is basically to help government in advisory and kind of advocacy nature in terms of smart grid policies in India. So when we were incubated, our role was very limited to make policies only, but now we are making DPRs and sustainable and feasibility study analysis for all sorts of power distribution companies, like private and public also. So which will be making a basic platform for smart grid for across India, which will be the future of India. As smart cities we are talking about, smart grid is the necessary thing, because without electricity, like sir has already pointed out, without water it's human can't function, like without electricity machines can't function, and we need both the things in parallel. So this is a smart grid vision and roadmap which was launched on 13th of August 2013. And this roadmap vision you can download from our website. This talks about how we envisage the vision of smart grid in India. So how many microgrids for next 30 years we need, and how many renewable energy generation we need, how much energy should be generated from renewable sources, so that we can have sustainable future. So this 175 gigawatt renewable energy, 100 gigawatts of solar, 60 gigawatt of wind, and 15 gigawatt from geothermal and other small hydro plants. This was envisaged in all these roadmaps, and then now we are putting in terms of different missions which are coming up: National Smart Grid Mission, IPDS, and Deen Dayal Upadhyay recently launched Gram Jyoti Yojana. These are missions which are going to envisage or kind of implement these all the missions we have, or the dreams we have seen in terms of renewable energy generation and smart grid in India. So basically, my today's topic is how we can leverage smart grid assets, which are the existing assets already in distribution companies, and distribution utilities already have GIS map and all SCADA DMS systems and all billing systems in place. So we can just leverage those assets to make cities smart. So one utility corridor we can create, and same utility corridor can be used for multiple utilities. So whatever available with electricity utility, we can leverage same assets for water utility, gas utility, telecommunication or internet channel, all sorts of utilities. And basically we can't just create use cases right now for smart cities, because we are not in position that we can afford create one small example of smart city and we can have study on that. But smart grid assets are ready already, so we can create use cases on smart grid assets, and we can multiply those use cases, as we can integrate parallel utilities of different domains, and we can create use cases which can give us a good picture of smart city, how the smart city will look like. In subsequent slide I will show you how to go forward. We are working on the smart city framework and maturity model. We call it as SCMM, smart city maturity model, which is just an extension of smart grid maturity model, in which we can map all today's assets as is condition assets. In smart grid I'm talking, we can map all assets, and we can envisage or we can plan our assets conditions for next 10 years, what type of assets I need, what type of capacity building I need in terms of human resources for dealing with the future load growth and all. So leveraging smart grids I was talking about, we already have the assets ready in terms of RAPDIP program. There were 1411 towns were digitalized, and GIS maps with utility electricity utility are available. So these maps can be leveraged for other utilities. Like gentlemen talk about the coordinates are not matching. Coordinates of electricity utility are not matching with the coordinates of water utility. So it's difficult to map the assets of water utility pipeline and gas utility pipeline and electricity overhead lines or underground lines. It's difficult to map all these coordinates. So one electricity utility map, or maybe other utility map, I'm not talking about only electricity map, we can leverage on other assets which are better assets. We can just leverage on those assets and reuse the assets to make our future smart. And also the billing system, OMS, outage management system, all this can be integrated, and we can have CCTV cameras integrated with the SCADA system, and which can monitor the electricity assets also, we can monitor the transportation assets also, which can monitor all other assets whichever required, wherever required. And this is just I need your focus for next 4 slides only. I will just make it very short. This is GIS plane, suppose. I'm talking about smart grid, how we can channelize our smart grid assets for smart cities. So there's a generation point. We all know that generation happens at the remote location. Now distributed generation we talk about, but the traditional generation happens at the remote location. Then there's transmission system, distribution system, and their consumer premises. This DER is distributed energy resources. Just we talk about solar integration and wind and all the other local generations which happens at the consumption point. So this is our GIS map. Suppose we have zones like markets, households, industries and all. So we can just integrate on GIS map these are all assets, and we can create one layer which talks about generation, transmission, distribution and consumer premises. And we have zones like market, household, market, or other offices and industries. And these are the layers: information communication layer, data management layer, application layer, and other governance layers. Like we can have integration of billing systems of government and all. And these are the domains which we are talking about. Not only electricity domain, this is gas domain, water domain, transportation domain and sewerage domain. These all domains we can integrate in one platform, and which we can call it as an interdependency. Because to pump my water to the buildings to rooftop, I need to have electricity. To have a meter reading on gas domain, this thing, I need to supply my I need to have supply to the meter. That's electricity required everywhere, and it's all interdependent. It's not silos we can simply work on, and we can just go for one domain and we can just forget about the other domains. So we need to integrate each and every domain. And this matrix, I'm just giving you the picture of. Don't try to look into the cells what is written in there. Just to concentrate on the rows and columns. What I'm talking about, there's a physical layer, there's social layer, there's a institutional layer, and there's an economical layer. 4 basic important infrastructure or layers we can talk about, and there's an interdependency on each other. So electricity grid have an interdependency on renewable, of course, gas also, as I was talking about, and other fuels also, and there's an energy efficiency. Of course, there's a big time dependency on energy efficiency. If we are not using our energy efficiently, we can't just talk about these physical infrastructures. So gas and other fuels and energy efficiency, everybody has a dependency. So this is about energy now. So the next domain is water. So potable water, I need to have electricity grid to pump my potable water. I need to have renewable energy integration at that particular location in the future perspective, to have non-potable water, industrial water, to pump it, to have a to integrate into the water, river and all. So this kind of integration and interdependency has to be studied properly. Without that, if we just go on planning without studying the interdependence of the domains, we can't just have smart solutions, I'm saying. We can have solutions, but which may fail in future. So we need to study all the interdependencies. And this is a smart city maturity model we have tried to create. What we are trying to say here is level 0 will be as is situation where our city has right now condition. So level 1 can be we can emphasize this much integration of renewable energy, this much integration from the water bodies, this much integration like GIS mapping, 100% GIS mapping. We can't just go for 100% one day. We need to plan. Level 0, I am 10% GIS map completed in my city. That level 2 can be after 3 years, can have 30%, 40% GIS mapping completed. And likewise, we can go further, because as we take examples from different cities in the world, like Barcelona or Malaysia or Singapore, they just have not completed their smartness in day or two. Or maybe not 1 or 2 years. They have taken 30 years to develop the whole smartness. So we also need to map all the assets, all the levels properly on day 1, and we can just go ahead day by day or maybe year by year to complete all our targets. And this is just an example of that. In terms of smart grid front, National Smart Grid Mission is going to launch. It's already got the approval from Cabinet, and it's going to be launched soon. maybe last week of August, we can expect from Ministry side or Ministry of Power side that they will be launching this smart grid mission. And this is just a institutional framework. 930 crores of outlay, capital outlay is there in National Smart Grid Mission. Only for smart grid, I'm saying. This is just recently launched events in Integrated Power Development Programs, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, and Northeastern Regional Power System Improvement Programs. Every program has emphasized their visions, and 30 smart cities are going to be a part of this mission in terms of electrical assets, which will be integrating with all other utilities. It's not only silos electricity, electrical assets will get smartness. It will be a utility corridor for all other services. Thank you very much for